Hey, Spuddies, Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome to Homeworld 3 War Games, where we're going to be checking out the new game mode that's in the upcoming Homeworld 3 game. Huge thank you to Blackbird Interactive and Gearbox Software for sponsoring this video. There are links in the description if you want to check out Homeworld 3. I've had a lot of fun checking it out. So we're going to go ahead and jump into a custom lobby here. I'll just call it Potato. And we're going to be playing War Games. Now, War Games is kind of like a multi-mission sort of semi-roguelike RTS of increasing difficulty, where you start off with some basic things unlocked and then you can unlock more advanced fleets as time goes on. We're going to be playing with the basic strike-craft fleet. We're going to load into a series of missions. We will complete a mission. We'll get rewards for that mission. And then we will go into another mission, and things are persistent, right? So whatever we build, whatever we recollect, whatever we do, any abilities, upgrades, anything that we collect in this mission will be kind of semi-persistent. So the first thing I'm going to do is immediately grab my carrier and move it over to this resource point to protect the resource point. There are some enemy ships over here, so I'm going to use this to deal with it. And I will send my resource collector over here as well. I'm going to open up the build menu and recruit myself another few interceptors and then 2 more attack bombers to fight bigger ships. So you can see my carrier is capable of fighting, and I'm okay with this resource controller getting damaged, and now I can set that resource controller to collect resources, and I'm going to recruit myself another resource controller. My interceptors are doing the job of taking on this strike fighter. Excellent. Now, this is the map of Homeworld. If I press tab, is it spacebar? Spacebar, you can see the blue bubble is the area that I can see. These are the things I can see inside the blue bubble really well. Anything outside the blue bubble I can't necessarily detect. Now, it is a 3D RTS with fully simulated weapon ballistics. So you shoot at something and you hit it, you do damage. You don't shoot at something, you don't hit it, you don't do damage. Very, very simple. Let's move our carrier forward, and we're going to start building up the recon. We're going to be building up a sort of small strike group of smaller craft, and I will probably maybe, let's see. Yeah, I'll probably have this small strike group that'll be kind of well-rounded, and then I might use ion cannon frigates to take on larger opponents, because these are weak against fighters. So let's go ahead and research ion cannon frigates.
Combat alert.
We have a combat alert. Let's have a look. Enemy forces are on the move. We've got our entire smaller strike force. Our carrier should be able to pretty well protect our resource controllers as long as we're active about that. We're just waiting for a few more attack bombers to come in.
High value civilian transports are moving into system. Provide escort to the extraction point.
Okay, so we need to escort some civilian carriers.
In order to escort the civilian vessels.
I'm going to take 5 of these recon and some of these attack bombers. I want to take just 5 of the attack bombers. Hold on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus the recon. I'm going to make these control group 1, and their job will be to guard my resource collectors. I'm going to start moving my carrier over to here and start the construction of ion cannon frigates. I'm going to try to get 3 of them. And this group of attack bombers, or this group of attack bombers and recons, they're hopefully going to protect this area. And then this group of attack bombers and interceptors will be more useful for defending the, defending our carrier, basically.
Ion frigate is ready.
I want you guys to go there. So I have my first couple of ion frigates. These are heavy hitting. They do a lot of damage. They got beam weapons. Very nice. So we're going to move our carrier onto this position, and hopefully that will lead us to begin to fight. Enemies will kind of appear on regular cooldowns, but my forces shouldn't have too much trouble protecting.
Be on alert. Enemies will
So our goal is to escort these guys, and we're going to head towards the escort exit point. Mostly, I can kind of, in this mission, it's fairly easy, so I can just keep my troops with my carrier. As long as I'm near enough to the support ships, I can protect them pretty well. I would like to, after I finish researching finish building some ion cannon frigates, I'd like to maybe get up to 4 and then research the support frigate so I can get repair ships. That would be quite nice. So we just finished this. I want to select them all. I want to move my resource collectors over here, and I want my recon and attack bombers this way. I want you on the escort mission.
Ion frigate is ready.
So I'm going to take all of my regular ships and tell them to escort. They will automatically engage things nearby when they're kind of attached to a ship, which is really awesome.
send message.
I'm going to grab my ships. Yeah, they're already engaging. That's perfect. The awesome thing is you can like alt-click and then you can watch like the battle unfold from the perspective of one of your ships. So these ships are getting blasted. We shouldn't have too much trouble protecting them. Like if I... See, he's like... And the weapons are like, all of the weapons, all of the projectiles, those are like fully modeled. It's not like it's not like in, I can't remember, one of the Homeworlds, like things were sort of, the numbers were fudged if I remember correctly. So why don't you, I want to get my resource collectors back on collection duty. My carrier, I think we've more or less escorted these guys. And these incursion points are not a worry. Let's get ourselves a couple of support frigates to protect. And then I think anti-fighter and skirmish cleanup. Yeah, and then we'll probably go for a suppression frigate.
Objective complete.
So we have defended the civilian fleet, which means we can move on to the next mission. Now we can spend a little bit of time collecting resources, which I'm probably going to do. Let's go ahead and get this guy over here. Increasing numbers of enemy ships will appear, but that's not a problem. We can now claim artifacts, so we can get increases our strike craft population. So normally you can only have 25 strike craft. This would allow us to have 35, or we can get the beam assault frigate. 4 ion turrets are insane. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. We can get the brawler upgrade. Let's see, heavy bomber upgrade. Increases interceptor damage, reduces their weapon range. So interceptors get more damage and speed.
Frigate in sight. Shifting to engage.
I like the idea of damage and speed
Confirmed. Enemy frigate destroyed.
for interceptors. So let's go for heavy interceptors. So now we have beam assault frigates. I'm going to go ahead and fill up my last 2 corvette slots with that. And I would like to get up to 8 corvettes before I move on to the next mission. My carrier's holding over here. We're fighting the hostiles. Now they will continue to muster over and over and over and over again from the variety of incursion points. But my hope is that once I build these 2 assault corvettes, I should be able to just hyperspace out. We're constantly refilling our things, and we'll get to keep all of these ships for the next mission as long as we can keep them alive. That's kind of the key component there. Now I'm interested. Can you repair this?
Saving. Okay. Repairs underway. Transferring med kits as well. Looks like you're running low.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Combat alert.
These support frigates can do quite a bit of work when repairing and healing and doing stuff. Now we do have to worry about this. Oh, there's the beam frigates, man. These beam frigates are crazy. That's the ion cannon. Where's my beamers? Oh yeah, we got all our ships. Let's check our population. Right, we've got our 8 frigates. We've got 20 strike craft. I think we've got enough money in the bank. I think we can justify leaving soon before we start taking any losses. But I do want to save up a little bit of cash before we move on. I think it is important. I'm curious, where are you going?
Ready.
Oh, you're going over here to these guys.
Requesting dock. DC, do you copy?
This is Karkushan DC. Approach vector and bay sent. Your
transmission.
So yeah, we're draining the last few hundred RUs from here, which is great. Before the next incursion happens, I think we will hyperspace jump. I'll kind of maybe let a tiny little bit more resources trickle in. Alright, let's hyperspace before more stuff comes and damages us. So our entire fleet is now going to jump out with the carrier, shumph, and then we get to go to mission 2. Mission 2 will be slightly harder. We will have less time to prepare. Our enemies will come, there will be more enemies. There will be a greater variety of enemies. We will have potentially more difficult missions. We got the escort mission. I know there's a variety of missions that can appear, but we do get to keep everything. So we're missing, I probably won't be building any scouts, so I'm going to go ahead and go for a mixture of interceptors and attack bombers. So I'll just get 2 more of these and then 1, 2, 3 of these.
Enemy forces will be closing in on our location. Gather available resources and stand by for an objective from command.
So let's get our resource collectors collecting.
Interceptor is away.
And let's get our carriers over here as well. I'm going to immediately get myself another resource controller. And head over here.
Interceptor launching.
Hyperspace signatures detected. Enemies inbound. Prepare for attack.
Resource controller complete and ready for operation.
Wait, no. Come back.
Bomber complete.
Carrier, make your way over to here. No, that's not right. It was meant to be, I need it to be, is it left control up to here? Yes. So okay. We got our carrier moving over towards there. We got our whole fleet coming. We got our repair units. All our guys are deploying. We got our 3 resource controllers, which is perfect. The only thing that we might want to add are railgun corvettes, which I'm going to start the research on now. They're relatively cheap. There's a decent amount of resources over here for us to collect.
Research complete.
We got our railgun corvettes. Let's start. I guess we can start by recruiting 5 of those. And then we'll take our resource collectors and we'll tell them to go collect these resources here. So our support frigate's technically at the front, but that's fine. We should not have a problem taking these guys out. Oh yeah, like the beam frigates are firing. Oh yeah.
Enemy ship destroyed.
So enemies are preparing to attack. We should get our objective soon. Our main objective right now is to secure resources. I'm going to grab all my frigates and move them in a party.
Yeah, send transmission.
So how do I select?
High value hostile
Oh,
transports are moving into system.
there's some people going for this. Support frigates, can you repair this?
Enemy transports will soon arrive at the marked locations. They must not be allowed to escape.
Okay, so enemy transports are going to arrive here.
Command. Carrier on
And we can't allow them to escape. So what I'm going to slow down time here. I think it's, I hold down P, is it, and control? Hold on. Is it shift, alt, speed, P? I'm trying to remember. There's a way to slow down time. Hold on.
Railgun corvette complete.
I don't remember. How do I select all corvettes? There we go. I've got all my frigates. I can put them on a control group. Turn off the radar mode, and we're going to head to the transport entry. I'm going to send my corvettes as a group. I'll keep my carrier near my resource units. He should be able to protect my resources, while my strike craft, I will use these to take on enemies. I'm going to tell them to go into a trail formation. And I want them to be on evasive stance where they will try to avoid damage.
Receiving.
Hold on, I need you guys to actually form up into a
EOS to full.
wall formation in aggressive stance.
Hostile strike craft in attack formation.
And I want them to take on these transports.
Moving on attack.
Under attack. Enemy strike craft. What's the call?
Let's also get our light strikers. Yeah, here they are. Okay, I need to get them into this.
Group 2 reinforced.
Fleet. Corvette reporting critical damage.
My support frigates are in disarray, but the beam frigates are doing some work.
Support frigate on location. Fleet. Critical damage to support.
But I don't know where their exit point. So that's their escape point here. So we just have to capture and destroy these enemy units. My support frigates are taking damage. That's fine. My beam assault frigates are doing work. I've got my ion cannon frigates heading forward. These guys, the ion cannon frigates, should have no problem dealing with this. You're protecting the support frigates. You go ahead and heal him.
Hostile Corvette scoped.
Now, you guys are going to have a little bit of trouble,
Enemy strike craft.
but if you take on those transport ships, it should be fine. The old beaming. But I can always replace these with beam assault frigates. These are my ion cannon frigates, but aren't quite as good as my beam assault frigates.
Ion engaging. Vector is clear.
Where are my strike craft? I want my strike craft in on this fight.
Enemy damage.
Can you support frigate him?
Fleet. Ion frigate. We've sustained.
Yeah, my ion frigates are taking serious damage right now.
Ready to come. Fleet. Assault frigate has sustained critical damage.
Are there not resources up here?
Direct hit. Fleet. Assault frigate reporting critical damage.
My assault frigates are taking critical damage. Let's have a look at the battle over here. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Gotta zoom out. Oh, man. I'm not very good at controlling. We have the enemy transport ships. They're starting to take damage. My fighters are starting to arrive. I've lost an ion frigate. Let's start getting more beam assault frigates to refill our population.
Fleet.
The beam assault frigates are awesome, in my opinion. Right, we've taken out one of those enemy ships. We're harvesting resources.
Area caution.
Enemy forces are mustering.
Vector set.
Go for intercept.
We're also going to go ahead and get ourselves another set of railgun corvettes when we get a chance.
That Corvette.
We're missing some interceptors, so let's queue up interceptors and attack bombers.
Enemy Corvette down. Corvette neutralized.
Objective complete.
Alright, perfect. We killed the enemy transports. Now we can hyperspace again. I think what we want to do is just make sure that we deal with all this bullshit here. We're harvesting resources with our carrier. Let's move the carrier a little bit closer to these resources that we're harvesting. A bunch of salvage around. There's some incarnate attack frigates.
Corvette ready. Launching.
And yeah, we're just going to chill here while we refill our resources, refill our fleet, and prepare to move on to the next phase of the operation. Now, the next phase of the operation is going to be a big one. But what I really want are these beam of frigates. We could upgrade these guys for overcharm beam production,
Launching.
but the beam assault frigates are the play, I think.
Frigate hit. Hostile frigate destroyed.
Oh, wow. Yeah, these beam frigates, they do work.
Update.
There's an invasion point here. Let's go ahead and bounce before we start losing resource collectors. Want to keep all that stuff alive. Alright, now, in this mission, we have no time. So, immediately, we're going to go straight over here. Actually, I'm going to tell everything to guard the carrier. I'm going to tell the carrier to go to here. Resources, we are not going to be getting many resources. We do want to claim artifacts. Torpedo frigate.
Functional. They will be
Brawler upgrade, interceptors. Interceptor. Yeah, I think interceptors
Numbers of ships that will be
are quite good. Increases their damage and speed. I think armor is good for the interceptors.
captured from the long-range fleet bay.
So we got to take out this long-range fleet.
The surgical strike production bay.
We got to capture the surgical strike fleet, and we got to capture the rapid response. Now, there's constantly going to be enemies coming, and we're not going to be collecting many resources. We will be looking to take this on. I'm going to grab myself a probe, and send it over to this resource node. Where is the probe?
Ready to go.
Let's have a look. Population probe. Can you go check this out for me, probe? Got our strike craft. I'm going to put them on control 1. My corvettes are going to go on control 2. My frigates are going to go on control 3. My capital already has a control button. My resource frigates.
Go ahead.
We are maxed out on frigate population. We could get more corvettes. I will go ahead and fill this out to get all those railgun corvettes. You guys should head back to protect the carrier because we want to move as a death ball. We can split up, but I think we can handle any of these like enemy attack incursions pretty easily. I'm going to grab my strike forces to clear out these, and then I'm going to grab my resource collectors to go grab these resources. So I'm sending my strike force out. I would like my strike force to be an evasive and a wall formation.
Understood. Flight is
Railgun Corvette ready.
I like sphere formation. Can you guys go get that?
mark bearing and range.
Are you doing it?
Dialing in for target spec. We're on the right top.
Alright, we got a whole strike fleet over here. We shouldn't have too much trouble taking on the multi-beam frigates and the plasma corvettes and stuff.
Alert. Hostile strike craft engaging. We need cover.
We are engaging the strike craft that are attacking our resource collectors. That's awesome.
Initiate docking. Awaiting orders. Target.
Railgun Corvette complete.
What are these guys? These guys are getting a little bit stuck. Come on.
Interceptor reads.
They're having a little bit of a bounce party. It is possible, I believe, to... Oh, here we go.
Corvette comms open.
Railgun corvettes. I want you to focus on the multi-beam frigates. So multi-beam frigate. Multi-beam frigate.
Frigate destroyed. Ship target.
Ooh, support corvette taking hits. Need you to take evasive maneuvers. You need to repair that support corvette. Railgun corvette, please focus on the multi-beam frigates. That is what you're good at doing. There we go. There we go. There's the damage.
Interceptor hold.
The repairs are happening. The beams are coming. Railgun corvettes. How are these guys doing? Okay, go ahead and take these out.
Railgun Corvette complete.
Make sure you keep those resource collectors protected while the corvettes and the frigates do the heavy lifting. I want you guys in an aggressive wall formation. So I want to try to make you guys be well positioned like there.
Corvette ready. Ready to call.
Yeah, interceptors can take these on.
In position.
We've got some plasma corvettes as well. Now, plasma corvettes are good against large, but they're weak against fighters. So my fighters should be able to do pretty well against these plasma corvettes. I think they're basically like my thingies. We are capturing this, another 10 seconds, and we will have it. We managed to pull it off. We got a whole bunch of stuff down here. Most of it is small corvettes that we can handle with our fighter fleet, our strike craft. So I'm not too worried about that. It's also providing us great opportunity to protect our resource collectors. Awesome.
Critical hit. Enemy corvette destroyed.
Nice kill. One of the really cool things is like a lot of enemy ships. God, I gotta remember how to slow down time. Is it shift? Is it P? Is it control, tab, enter? There's a way to slow down time, and I forget how to do it.
Receiving.
Ooh, enemy stuff appeared, but my wall of rail frigates just absolutely obliterated. Amazing. Beam frigates are insane, by the way. We've almost collected all the resources down here, which is awesome. Take on those strike craft.
They've gone critical. Scratch one.
But yeah, like if you zoom in on enemy ships, as they take damage, like if you shoot them with lasers, like laser scorch marks will appear. If you shoot them with other types of weapons, other types of scorch marks will appear.
Gunner, you set for combat.
It's a really, really, really cool... It's like just so well done. It's like everything... It feels amazing to play, and like the art, like the camera doesn't even feel wonky. It's sometimes a little bit hard to get perspective. That's like one thing, but that's just like built into the mechanics. So I'm going to tell everyone now to escort the carrier while we move on to our next point over here. We're probably going to head to the rapid response fleet right now. And I'll use my strike craft as my mobile power projection to protect my resource collectors. Which I think is the best use of this, right? You group all up, you group your stuff up around your carrier.
Send.
You guys want to protect that carrier? You want to go with him? You doing it?
Go for Corvette. Hurry.
Hold on.
Request reassign. Corvette is lined up. Engaging.
But don't dock.
Yes, received.
I want you to guard. Okay, they're guarding and protecting. So if anything happens, they should protect. Go ahead and fight all this. Get my resource collectors now. I want you to go join my carrier to the next resource point. While my fighters do the main striking. Fighters are pretty cheap, so I don't mind losing a bunch of them, like in these skirmishes against hostile fighters, because I have a lot of interceptors. My interceptors are pretty heavily upgraded. I'm probably going to pretty heavily focus on getting more interceptors. But as my strike craft die, I will constantly be replenishing them. But it looks like we're mostly winning these small skirmishes that we're fighting, while we move the main bulk of our fleet down to this next objective, which is awesome. What do we got there? That's an attack frigate. We have enough bombers, I think, to take this on. And I kind of want to watch it take damage. Like, look at this. Oh! You should be able to see, like, the scratch marks and pock marks appear as the bombers hit. Like, that's insane, dude. Like, the lighting, the blasting, as he tries to fight my ships. He's, like, totally on fire. He's in a bad way. And there's my fleet in the background. It's such a cinematic RTS game. It's super, super, super awesome. I've been really, really enjoying playing it. Alright, let's go join over here.
Board just lit up. Strike craft closing in.
Oh, enemy incursion. Let's take that on.
Drop set on target. Retoggle TMC and Prev ordnance.
Yeah, there's going to be constant enemy reinforcements, so we need to be taking them on, need to be taking them out, and preparing to defend the mothership. But that's what these guys are for. That's what the interceptors and attack bombers, that's their job. Their job is to take all this on.
Corvette destroyed.
Killing corvettes, strike fighters are taking on. Oh yeah. Now remember, all of these projectiles that you see, these are physical objects that are being modeled by the game. There is no number fudging, which is one of the things I think the fans are really asking for in Homeworld 3. And the developers seem to have delivered.
Fleet, this is bomber lead. In position.
I need you guys to get over here to reinforcement zone.
Adjusting for cap. Tube cycled and
Because you're going to get caught in combat over here, so...
send. Fleet carrier. Hostile frigate has a fire.
Damage boost.
Frigate is off the board.
Turn around, take on that plasma corvette.
Complete.
Perfect shot.
Alright, so there's a nice battle going on here as we start to contest this rapid response fleet point. My support frigates are in position. I will need to do a little bit of repairing.
Controller copy.
Where are the resources in this area? There should be resources near every zone. Okay, looks like there's not resources.
Corvette down. Confirm hostile Corvette contact. Send miss. Enemy Corvette.
Oh, don't let them get you.
Corvette tracked in BA. We have incoming.
Now we've got attack frigates and everything coming in around here. That's fine.
We're hit. Taking fire.
My strike craft are going to do the majority of the fighting, which I'm totally fine with them because the strike craft can handle most of this. I want to keep the main bulk of my fleet together where they can support each other, where they can repair each other. Like, you could repair these resource collectors. You could repair these rail frigates that are a little bit hurt, right? These small strike craft, they're so cheap that it doesn't really even seem worth it to try to repair them or heal them or whatever, you know? I mean, you can dock them with the mothership and then they would get healed up and they would get, you know, this, that, the other. But is it really necessary?
Tracking hostile Corvette. They're firing. Closing on strike craft. Good hit. Hostile frigate down. Good hit. The reactor is fighting.
Alright, I think my carrier is taking a little bit of damage, but it should be okay.
Target alert.
We've got it under control. Let's grab the support frigate. Why don't you go ahead and repair that ion frigate? A little bit of a battle going on up here. Let's get those attack frigates done. Let's keep recruiting attack bombers. We don't need to have enough of those. Can you focus on that attack frigate, please?
Bomber construction complete.
Because if we could take out one frigate at a time, it's one less target, you know? Let's get these ion cannon and beam assault frigates cleaning up this.
We are inbound.
All stations ready.
Corvette is off the port. Corvette down.
Let's get those assault corvettes, because they actually seem to be doing quite a bit. They're weak versus fast units, so they should be able to bring these down quite a bit faster. I like how they formed their own little strike craft groups of like 5 or so ships. I'm liking that.
Ready.
Then I want you guys to focus on this multi-beam frigate, because I think he's a little bit better at killing small stuff. The attack frigate... Oh, wait, no. We need to take out the attack frigate.
Ion taking strike craft fire. Get him off us.
Alright, carrier took a little bit of damage. Resource controllers are fine. Repair guy is doing the job.
Corvette damage nearing critical.
Have we captured this point? We have captured this point, so we just need to do a little bit of a cleanup operation. There's a resource point over here that we can grab. We have used up quite a bit of our resources. However, we've kept the majority of our fleet alive.
Corvette engaging. Keeps down. Contact. Enemy Corvette on scopes. Tracking hostile Corvette.
Why don't you... I need you guys to get down here, because you guys are not winning that fight. You're going up against something that's actually stronger than you.
Send. Ready. Good hit.
So why don't you go dock with the carrier? No, defend the carrier.
Direct hit. Enemy frigate destroyed.
I'm going to tell everything to defend the carrier while I send the carrier to our next objective. So that would mean my entire battle group will move as a blob. They'll keep each other safe.
Quick fire on rotation.
And we will lose some ships in the transition. But generally my ships should defend themselves and protect themselves as they move with the carrier. So it should be fine. Yeah, there's the railguns firing now, taking on nearby enemies. Interceptors moving in as well, doing serious work. Awesome. Attack bombers.
Enemy frigate destroyed.
Railguns should start doing some work.
Receiving.
Let's get the railguns on this.
All batteries adjust fire.
Boom. There's the railguns firing. They're super good against frigates. These are backline snipers, basically. Alright, go and protect that carrier.
Hostile frigate destroyed.
Let's... Well, I don't think I have scanning range on this. Let's get another probe. And we will send this probe...
Probe is away.
We will send the probe to this resource node here to figure out what's going on.
Fleet. Corvette reporting critical damage. Coordinates marked. Reposition.
Receiving.
Corvette neutralized.
That's a lot of assault corvettes doing damage to me there.
Hostile Corvette down.
Beam frigates are doing work though. Ion cannon and beam assault frigates are insane. So we do see some stuff here. What are we sitting on strike craft drive? We've got a lot of interceptors. Let's get a few more attack bombers. And some more interceptors. And then we'll grab those to defend these resource nodes that we intend to go capture.
Bomber complete. Interceptor launching.
But yeah, we got to keep our death ball rolling, because we're going to be going up against the final objective here. We also need these resources. I'm going to expect for us to take on whatever's coming. Okay, one of my attack bombers decided to go in on his own and get murked. That's fine.
Send message. Ready to copy.
Group 2 reinforced. Group 3 reinforced. Interceptor launching.
Send transmission.
Group 1 reinforced.
Interceptor ready.
Okay, we're getting close to the long-range fleet. We're going to start capturing it. Right, next thing up, we're going to grab our resource controllers. We're going to send them down here to grab those resources. We're going to grab our strike craft. And we're going to send those down there. I'm going to go ahead and... I've lost my mouse. Let's get more railgun corvettes, because we're starting to run out of money, so that's going to be important. Let's take on those. Alright, railgun frigates. We need those missile frigates taken down one by one.
Enemy frigate at effective range and firing.
So our railgun fire should take these on.
Command, alert.
Let's get that missile frigate right there. Oh, Jesus, my carrier's taking damage. I was not expecting this much damage on my carrier. We should be able to save it. Support frigates, repair the carrier.
Bomber construction complete.
Railgun corvettes are doing the heavy lifting in this fight.
Railgun corvette complete.
Go for intercept.
The resource area is controlled and protected. Let's get those strike fighters out. Railgun corvettes, very nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Let's get that cruise missile taken out. I moved my carrier down the wall a little. Let's move it back up to protect. Because the carrier is pretty good at fighting. It's vulnerable to damage for sure, but it can fight really, really effectively. Those railguns are just absolutely shredding this thing. Alright, I need my railguns to deal with I can't quite click on them. There's a couple of like small UI issues in the alpha, but oh man, those railguns are shredding. Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Reporting critical damage to Corvette.
Take on those corvettes.
Corvette reporting.
Need you to take on all this. My corvettes are taking hits, but I want them to focus on the multi-beam frigates for now. We need some more strike craft.
Reporting critical damage.
More railgun corvettes.
All stations alert. Engaging
My beam frigates are coming online. My carrier is decapturing.
frigate down.
Let's get the support frigate to heal this. The carrier's fine. Heal this.
Bomber complete.
Railgun's doing work. Ion cannon frigate's doing work. My support fighters are taking on the corvettes, which is what they should be doing. What have we got? Incarnate attack frigates. Now, attack frigates are good against fighters, so let's use the corvettes to take those on. Attack frigate. Attack frigate. Attack frigate. Right, take it on that attack frigate. Here's the thing, when you're in space and the meta is all like weapons that can shoot, weapons that shoot projectiles, and you have like hit scan lasers, you're winning like most of your fights. Realistically, that's how this works. Oh god, okay, we've got missile frigates. Carrier, I need you to move down. We'll get these corvettes to contest this. Looks like they're on top of my carrier, so I'm going to move the carrier down, get the corvettes to rail blast, and then I'll bring in my frigates. Where's my support frigate? You, I want you to heal this guy, and I want you to heal this guy. A little bit of micro goes a long way in this game, because battles unfold fairly slowly. So you have time to kind of like fly around. Just focus on like giving orders, because units will carry them out. You don't need to give like it's not like a regular RTS where you need to like super hardcore micro and no, every single unit needs to be individually cold and I need to split my marines and stuff. You can kind of just, you give this guy an order, you tell him, hey, repair that guy generally, you kind of like watch that unfold. I'm going to send my carrier back up now to recontest this. We're still collecting. We've collected all the resources. Let's bring our resource collectors up to the long-range fleet position. And we're going to be coming up against some pretty tough opponents here. Let's make sure we build more railgun corvettes. Let's keep interceptors. Our interceptors are going to help us take out small stuff. Really is what we need. We've heavily upgraded our interceptors. I may actually stop building bombers because I feel like my interceptors have been doing way more work and my attack bombers have just been getting killed. Whereas my interceptors are actually really, really powerful.
Eliminated all 3 production bays, but an enemy battle cruiser has entered the AO.
Alright, we've got an enemy battle cruiser all the way over here. So if we defeat this battle cruiser, we win the mission. Now this thing has 40,000 health and a lot of escorts, and it is big as heck. So it's going to come fight us. For sure. So let's see if we can get a battle line set up. I want to get all my railgun corvettes And I want them to be in a wall formation, and I want to position them at about the height of my carrier. So I want to bring it up to about here. So I'm going to try and get them all positioned up here so we can have them as like a battery of railgun fire. I'm going to try to have these guys come up a little.
Fleet, contact. Enemy strike craft engaging. Contact. Hostile.
And then I'll try to use my interceptors to do all the other stuff. So we need to be ready to take on this battle cruiser. And it's going to be sending a whole bunch of railgun corvettes together with my frigates. Let's make sure we're doing the micro that these frigates need. Let's see, you're a support frigate, repair this. Let's put these into Delta formation on aggressive stance.
In position.
Right there.
Moving out.
Alright, it's just about time to begin the attack on the battle cruiser. Now, I'm going to have my railgun corvettes focus on the battle cruiser. Everything else is going to be fighting the stuff around it to bring down enemy DPS. And we're going to be constantly building interceptors to rejoin the fight.
Seize dialed in. Fire on lock.
Group 1 reinforced.
Wait, don't go yet.
Assault frigate.
Too early, too early, too early, too early.
Corvette come.
Support.
Attacking enemy corvette.
You guys need to be in the
We are in battle.
Delta formation.
We are taking fire. Enemy frigate
There we go.
is dialed in.
Alright, now's the time to go. Go, 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 go.
Right in new target.
Fighters in, fighters in, fighters in. This battle cruiser does damage, by the way. Like, insane damage. Boom. Right, railguns are firing. Interceptors, take out the small stuff. Continue to develop interceptors. I want you to take on the little things. Ion cannon frigates are going down. Can you repair that?
Sustain critical damage.
I've got a support frigate over here. Can you repair him?
Command is going critical. Fleet.
Keep fighting these smaller ships, please.
Sensor contact. Enemy corvette closing in.
Battle cruiser is down. Nice, we did it. Awesome. It's kind of hard to talk and play an RTS at the same time when you're not really super experienced with the particular RTS. But I hope I showed this game off pretty well today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Corvette neutralized. Carrier. Sensor alert. Enemy strike craft. Fleet.
Initiate hyperspace, and we have completed our mission. This was War Games. It's like the basic look at this new mode, this co-op. You can play with up to 3 people. You can all do different objectives, you can work together, you can have different fleet outputs. We built 144 units, we killed 380, we leveled up an insane number of times, we unlocked some new artifacts. Very, very cool. There's a whole stats screen. You could talk to your buddies and say like, hello. And that, it does appear here. But that's War Games. Wishlist it now. Go check out the link in the description. It's super fun. It's super cool. I'm super interested in the potential for War Games going forward. Remember, it is an alpha, so I don't know, are they going to make improvements? Are they going to make changes? Who knows what it'll look like at release early next year? I forget the exact release date. Click the link in the description. It'll have all that information. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching my Homeworld 3 video. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!